Hello and welcome to week 3 in the lab. Apologies for appearance. I gave a whole explanation in the lecture portion of the video. Long story short, took a long walk this morning, hot, pulled hair up, trying to get everything done. This is what you get. So there you go. Couple of things. There is a virtual energy lab. I believe that's what it's called this week. There is a video. There's a link for how to do the video or how to do the lab. It's all written out. I am not making a brand new one all about the lab. So this video is just to address the previous 2 weeks and what's coming up, that kind of thing. So you have finished the first 2 weeks of this lab. Everybody has gotten, anyone who did the intro discussion already got your first 50 points. If you did the ecological footprint lab, you got a variety of points. Most people got full points. Some people lost a little here and there, and some people just didn't do it. So let's address that. I noticed quite a few of them were time-stamped at like 9:50 and 9:59 p.m. on August 25th, which means you waited until literally the very last minute to try to do it. Not a good idea. And those of you who did that discovered not a great idea. You can't put these off. They open on Sunday. I would totally recommend getting to them anywhere between Sunday and Tuesday, just so you have time. And then if you realize you need more time, you've got it. I would not wait until Friday. Yeah. Let's see. Follow directions for the lab, actually answer the questions. In this ecological footprint lab, I don't know what happened. A lot of people seem to kind of read a question, but not entirely read the question. If you don't actually answer the question, I can't give you the points for the question. I mean, that makes sense, right? So try to read all the words. There were a few people who still got the points for it, but I clarified in the feedback. When I said the 5 strengths and 5 weaknesses for each site, that meant you should list 20 items. Most people who understood the question did that. Some people didn't list 20 items. They did like 4, 3, 2, 4, something like that. Anyone who did that did not get full points for that question because it was supposed to be 5. There were a couple of people who straight up put in there that they didn't have any others, like here are the strengths and they only had 3, but then they acknowledged that they only answered 3. That's totally valid. You just have to tell me that this is what you found. As long as you address the fact that I asked for 5 and you did not give me 5, that's okay. You still get the points because you addressed the fact, if that makes sense. Other people seem to misunderstand that I was asking for specific strengths and weaknesses of the website and not your personal strengths and weaknesses at each website. If you did this and you still gave me 20, I gave you the points and I clarified in the feedback. What was actually being asked was for you to say things like, this website had easy to understand questions, or this website did not give enough choices for answers, that kind of thing. You were evaluating the website. Some people gave feedback that they loved it, other people that they hated it, some they just don't see the point, that kind of thing. This is the first official lab on purpose. It's the first official lab because one of the things I'm wanting you to do as a semester-long project, which I'm going to get to in a second, is to be able to think critically. You have to be able to evaluate stuff, which is why the evaluating the websites was one of the key items. If you can't look at something and evaluate what makes it a good source or a bad source, that's going to make the semester-long project more difficult. The sooner you can actually look at something and realize if this is good or bad, it helps. As you're going through this, you're supposed to look at what you already do and what you could do differently and how that would improve. This is one of those skills you're going to need for the project. When you started off saying, this is what I believe, and then you are supposed to show me how you grew as a person, basically, by the end. So that's what this whole lab was based on. Now, let's go to that semester-long project, the beginning. That was open for 2 weeks. It was not in the week 2 file because it was open in week 1. A lot of people missed this, a lot. Yeah, a lot. And what I believe it comes down to is when you were told to open the week 1 file so you could access everything, a lot of people didn't read the week 1 file. They literally opened it just to access. This was kind of set up to be like a lesson. So everyone who got a 0, take the lesson and realize you should actually read what the file says. I give you all the information. I swear I do. If you go back and look at the week 1 file, read through it, then go to the hyperlinks at the bottom, you will see it says semester long project beginning. There was a hyperlink right there. Was this intended to trick you into missing something? No. It was done to show you whether or not you are actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. A lot of people just click and then jump right off and figure, I got it. Don't do that. I promise you, I spent a lot of time setting everything up for the entire term. I reward people who do what they're told to do. I have said over and over again in the intro and syllabus stuff about opening the file. You should read it. If I'm putting a lot of words in there, there's pretty much a reason. It's always a good idea to read what I throw out there. Anyone who has turned in the semester-long project at the beginning, they got the full 50 points. Those 50 points are going to be added into the 200 points for that semester-long project. I am going to reopen the semester-long project at the beginning for anyone who has not done it. Well, I mean, truthfully, it's going to be reopened for everyone, but the people who have already done it, you've already gotten your 50 points. Anyone who turns it in now, you can't get 50 points because you didn't do it in time, but you can get 30 points by answering it all. This way, you still learn the lesson, but you don't have a 0 for this. You can still recoup a bunch. And you can give me your starting off point, because if you want a good grade on the project, I need this beginning file. If you go above and beyond in the various assignments I give you, you can easily earn back points that are lost. So it's okay. It really is. Just realize it was done to teach you a lesson, learn the lesson, and double down. I promise you will be okay. Okay, that's mostly it for the week 3 and the week 2 recap. Oh, another email that I got was about something popping up about an attachment. Brightspace, it always takes me a moment to remember what platform we use. Brightspace has a setting where I can say only these types of attachments are allowed. I told you in the syllabus, and I'm pretty sure I said it in the video, the welcome video and the syllabus video and all that stuff, that you can attach a Word document, which means it ends in .doc or .docx, or a PDF. Those are the only 2 formats that are allowed. So if you try to upload anything other than those 2, it shouldn't allow you to upload it. I got tired of just giving everybody 0s for them constantly uploading formats I said no to, and that I couldn't open, or I couldn't open easily. And so since I told you this is how you have to do it, and I discovered Brightspace had an option to make it where I could force the issue, that's where I went. So double, triple check what you're uploading is what you're supposed to upload. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The only other thing is I'm trying to stay on top of everything. This coming week is Dragon Con. I am going to be very busy from Thursday through Monday. And so I might not be as interactive. I know this isn't like the class where there's a discussion where I'm jumping in constantly every single day, but I'm trying to grade things a little quicker so I don't drown at the end of the week. And I like to have grades done on Saturday. So every week, you know exactly where you stand. I just can't guarantee that's going to happen this Saturday because of Dragon Con. I also cannot guarantee that I'm going to have a new video made for you this coming Saturday where it'll be ready for you on Sunday. Again, because of Dragon Con. If I can make one, I will. If I can't, that's why. But I'm trying really, really, really hard to update everything so this can be one of the best online experiences you've had with class. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So peace out.